Hello, sweet Stampin' friends. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. All right, so if you joined me about an hour ago, I shared with you the reveal of my Ocean Friends mystery craft box. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, you can go back. It was about an hour ago. I just felt like it would be too much to try to fit into my 3 o'clock live, so I wanted to just kind of keep it separate. Thank you for everybody who did the mystery box. I have been getting messages and emails how much you've enjoyed the box, and that just really warms my heart and brings a lot of joy to me. So I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. And so anyway, I have a lot to share with you this for today. And so, like I said, I didn't want to take up the time with the mystery box to do that. Hi, Liz. Thanks for joining me. All right. So first thing first, one, if you haven't joined me before, hello. I am Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Ink Designs. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas. And each Friday at 3 o'clock Central Time, I love sharing with you fun ways to use the Stampin' Up! Products. And today we're going to be doing a little bit different. Normally I come on, I do one project. Today we're going to do 4, and it's going to feature one of the free celebration items, the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, and we're going to make some 4 fun projects with that. But before that, I do want to share with you, because I was looking earlier today and I found a hidden gem, in the last chance list. There is a lot of products that were added in the last chance list on the Stampin' Up! Website. Go take a look at them. Oh my goodness. Lots of things up to 80% off. And I'm going to share one of the items with you, because I'm like, I may buy quite a few. I may have to try to design a class with it, because I totally forgot we even had this. It is the magnet board frame kit. And I don't know if I get it all in view. Do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this one? We've had it a while. Normally $25. It's got a magnetic platform, which is awesome because you can put a lot of fun things on there. Not only can you display it just like in an office, how bright and cheery would this be? This would be fun for like a teenage girl, like a gift for them. It does come up with 2 sheets of 12 by 12 designer series paper, some sticker sheets, some little note inserts, a little calendar, all kinds of things. You could put scripture verses on here. You could just put positive notes. If you do craft fairs, how fun would this be? You could even use this as a sampler frame, right? How cool would that be? And then you could put like little magnet things on there to switch out during the seasons. So I just think this is an awesome thing. It was $25. They have it for $10 right now. I almost didn't want to tell y'all, because you're probably going to go buy them all up, and I want to buy some too. So save me some. But right now they're there. They're not on low inventory, so go snag them. This is an excellent time. Awesome thing to get. I was like shocked when I saw that. And then of course too, Sale-a-Bration is going on right now. So if you spend $60 or more, you're going to get from Stampin' Up! A free celebration item. We have items here in this celebration brochure for every $60 you spend. Well, not that one. That's $120 level, but the other ones are at the $60 level. Then you get a free celebration item from Stampin' Up! And then they added more celebration items earlier this week. A lot more items. Stamps. I think this one's on low inventory. I actually ordered some today. I redeemed it on mine. So hopefully I think the beautiful butterflies may have gone out, or maybe it was the dies. I don't know. The dies may be gone. I'm not sure. The alphabet dies. So anyway, go look at this. The set of the 4 frames. These are roughly about 6 by 6 frames. Those are really cute too. You don't have to use the plants that are in them. You can just use it as frames and then swap it out and design some really cute things inside just to use those. So a lot of really cool ideas. I'm really liking the gold butterfly embellishments. Those are fun. Just anyway, go check it out. And then I'm telling you, so you got Stampin' Up's giving you some really great deals, free celebration item with a $60 order. And then I'm doing a promotion as well today through next Saturday. I'm going to do a class to go where if you spend $50 or more, but why would you want to spend $50 when you get a free item at $60 too? So anyway, let's say $60, all right? Because you're going to spend $60. So for minimum $50 for me, $60 with Stampin' Up, you're going to get the free class to go with the fruit salad kit. And so I'm going to share with you what that kit looks like. It does have a quarter pack of the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, which I'm going to show you you can earn a full pack. Actually, if you spend $60, you can actually redeem for a full pack with Stampin' Up. It's 48 sheets of 6 by 6. but really cute little fruit patterns, just some basic patterns. Of course, I'm showing you all the basic ones right now. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, maybe there's the rest. So anyway, a lot of really cute fruit prints. We are going to play with it today. You're going to have the tutorial. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to email this tutorial to you for free. So if you're on my email list, if you're hanging out with me, just don't worry about writing down the measurements, okay? Because you're going to have all of the instructions in your going to your inbox tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central Time. But so you'll be getting the email. So there is a link here on the cover sheet to be able to get the project, to get the tutorial, but you're going to get it in your inbox tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central. You have the pre-cut supplies, and we're going to have to do a little bit of pretending. So it actually comes with one strip each of the dots for days, and I didn't have any. I forgot to order them, so I ordered them today. I'm like, it's going to come with 2 yards of the white woven ribbon, and then you've got the pre-cut cardstock pieces for the projects. Plus 2 is I'm going to send you one of these cute little wood berry baskets. All right. Now you're wondering, how am I going to ship this without it getting damaged, right? So I did order a special box. It's probably way bigger than what you're going to need, but I didn't want your box to get, your little berry basket to get damaged. So if you would like to earn this free kit from me, I'm going to go ahead and share with you the code that you'll need to use right there. So if you want to take a screenshot of that real quick, then just use that host code. Also too, in the video description, there is the host code and the link that you can use to shop. With a minimum of a $50 order, you'll earn that from me, okay? So that runs from today through next Saturday. There will be a link in tomorrow's email as well with all the free purchase things too there as well. All right, and there is a limit of 1 per household. Okay, let's get into, no, we're not ready for that. Because I want to share with you the March Sweet Creations Club. I'm going to get rid of the banner. I hope that's okay. Hopefully y'all grabbed it already. If not, you can just look at the video description. It has that link and code there for you. I'm really excited because I'm going to share with you a sneak peek of the March Sweet Creations Club projects. I am really excited how they turned out. But before that, I do need to let you know, last Friday, I was sharing with you that I'm working with Julie Salva. We are co-designing a retreat to go with the Storybook Friends bundle, or the Sweet Storybook Moment Suite. And both our schedules have been crazy busy. I was hoping to get that registration link to you today, but we both needed a little more time. So that email is going to go out on Tuesday. So be on the lookout. It should arrive in your inbox at 10 o'clock Central Time in the morning. So do the math if you're in a different time zone. I am only going to do 48 kits, so I imagine they're going to go pretty quickly. So be on the lookout for that, okay? And grab your spot as quickly as you can. And all the information will be in that email, what you need and all that. So, all right. So let me share with you the March projects. Okay, I'm super excited. Okay, so it is going to feature, let me grab this real quick. I say it features the birthday celebration bundle, but you don't really have to have it. And I'll explain why, okay? So it would be awesome to have this if you would like to, if this has been on your wish list. And then you're going to need the Blueberry Bushel ink pad. Really, really simple. But what I love, what kind of started the whole thing, was this beautiful paper. I love this Wildflowers Designer Series paper. It is so just cheery. I love the colors in it. And so it does come with like these block prints. And then you've got some double-sided prints here. And in the club packet, you do get a half a pack. And it is going to come full sheets this time because I don't want to mess with cutting into your images. Plus 2, there's all these laser die cuts. And I don't want to pop them out for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to let y'all do that. So I'm really excited because I used every single laser cut that's on this page. I am so excited. And so I'm going to share with you how I did all of that. And I used every single one of these block prints. Okay, so I am like ridiculously excited. So I designed for 6 projects for club, and then I had designed 12 additional ideas. They're not going to be part of your kit, but they'll be in your PDF tutorial. So there's a total of 18 project ideas. When I got done, This is all I had left. So I don't know if you'll be able, depending on how you cut, but this is what I ended up with. So anyway, I was really excited that I was able to design so many projects with with that paper. So it's really the March Sweet Creations Club is really focused in more on the paper than so much the bundle. And let me show you the projects real quick. Trying to grab it. I'm trying to make room here. Okay, so these are the 6 projects that you will be making as part of the Sweet Creations Club. If you're already part of my club, you're already set. You don't have to worry about it. If you're not part of my club and you want to join, you can go to my blog at simplysweetinkdesigns.com. There is a tab for clubs, or I think it's clubs, and I can't remember what it's called. But you can join. It is $43 a month. And then after 6 months, you do get a gift from me. And every 6 months, consecutive months that you are a club member, you earn a free little gift from me. And it's just a fun little surprise. So if you want to just try a kit for 1 month, just to check it out, I do charge $48. It is a little bit more because my club members do get the preferred pricing. But these are the 6 projects that club members will be making. Or if you want to do the 1 month kit, it does include, I haven't even done the pricing. I think it's $26 this month in consumable products, and it includes shipping to you. So these are the 6 projects that will be part of the club kit. These are what I'm cutting, or pre-cutting the cardstock pieces for you. And as you see, if you noticed, you don't necessarily have to have the bundle, okay? You can just use your own sentiment set if you want, because I am die cutting. This is from the bundle, this die right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that piece for you, include it in your kit. If though, you would like to make any of the other project ideas, the other 12 ideas, you might want the bundle, okay? I'm just saying that. So let me share with you the other 12 projects that I designed that you will get the ideas for in the tutorial. So let's start here. Let's go with cards. Actually, let me show you the tags. So I made 2 tags, just cute little simple tags. And then we have several cards here. Now these are the additional design ideas that you can make. And one of the things that I really tried to focus on was using basic white cardstock. That way you can create these at home with just your basic white cardstock. Maybe throw in, like this one has a little bit of a pool party background if you want to do that. This one I think has the pretty and pink background. So you could just kind of add in some accents. There will be in the club kit a half of a sheet, like a 6x12 sheet of the gold foil that you can use in your project, your 6 projects. I don't think you'll have enough to do all of these. That would be a lot. So maybe when you're placing an order, add a packet of the gold foil sheets because they're only like $5 for 2 sheets. All right, let's see. I think it goes that way. And then this one's a little pocket card right there. Okay, so you'll have quick measurements. They're not going to be detailed instructions for the extra projects. Here's a cute little gift bag. And this is like a little slide matchbox. And it does fit a gift card. So those are the additional 12 project ideas that you can make with your paper to use up the rest of the paper that will be included in the kit. You'll need to add some cardstock. And like this one, I embossed the background. Really, any embossing folder will work. Anyone at all. Okay. And that is the updates for today. So today we're going to be making 4 projects with the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. And so I shared the paper with you earlier, and this is a really cute way. What we're gonna do is you cut little elements out of the paper. And so to do that, I need to let you know. So when you get that tutorial, you know how to read it. I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm gonna show you the actual papers from the Designer Series paper. Really important, you pay attention to the prep guidelines. So here on one of the first sheets in the project sheet that's going out tomorrow by email, you'll notice here I circled some items in black ink. You want to manually cut those out first. Hopefully y'all can see that outlined in black, okay? I'm going to show you my actual ones here. Let's see if I can show them to you. Okay, right here, let's look at the apple one real quick. Right here. Can you see that, how I outline that? You just want to cut those out first. If you do that, then let's see, then the orange one. Now the orange one's probably the trickiest one. Let me explain why. So let's see, I have this right here cut out. There's 2 leaves you want to cut out. Cut out the lemon and the full orange. And you want to cut pretty close to it because when you flip this over, see where that leaf is? When you flip it over, look how close it is to that orange wedge, okay? And that, so you want to cut out that orange wedge. If you cut these out like I show, and then there's one other one that's you want to pay attention to. This one right here, these 2 watermelon slices, you're going to cut those out. When you do that, the rest of your paper is a go. You don't have to worry about being careful with it. So do your cutouts first of those fruits, and then you're good to go. All right, so let's get into the projects. We're going to first make the watermelon card, and I do have instructions here for you. Let me go here. Okay. All right, so we're going to do this one first. I have to tell you, so last night, I took over the cuts for my prep angel, Pat, to start working on the March Sweet Creations Club kit. She does my die cutting for me. And I realized last night I gave her one of the dies that I needed for today. So my card's going to be a little bit different for the arches than what's in the tutorial, but we'll just go with it. Do keep it, just to let you know. Yeah, so you can tell I'm missing that one die. That's the die I sent with Pat. So anyway, I went ahead and I ordered myself a second set. I do that because I know that I'm going to be using these a lot. And I want to make sure I have one on hand for myself when I send stuff out to Pat. Okay, so let's start off with our card base. Now the card base, let me go organize that right there. Everything else here. Card base is going to measure 3 1/4 by 8 1/2. Then I scored down the middle at 4 1/4. So it's kind of like a card base in a way. It's just a shorter one. Oh man, everything's way over here. Okay, it's out of reach. So I'm going to burnish my score lines. Then I'm going to take, and next what we're going to do is we're going to adhere a piece of the designer series paper, the watermelon print. This measures 3 by 4 inches, and we're going to glue it right there. And I want to show you something. Let's see if I can find it. I must have put it up. Let me see if I can find this. Trying to find the half a sheet because I want to show you something on it. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you. So when you cut this, let's say you have your full sheet, okay? It's you cut a strip of 3 inches. And then when you do that, let's say this is, 3 inches, 3 inches, and then you're kind of cut this to 4 inches. Well, when you do that, you end up with a strip that's probably about 2 inches. And so that is the piece that I ran horizontally. So that way, out of this one strip, you're going to get the background and you're going to get this foreground piece out of that one 3 by 6 inch strip. So just keep that in mind so you save that piece for your watermelon rind. So we're going to glue this on first. Oh, did I get the one that is stuck? I think I did. Got a little glue booger. Hold up. Oh, man. Ah, there we go. Got it going. Which way do I want the watermelon seeds? They go that way, I think. Okay, so we're going to glue this on the front. And then we're going to take a piece of just basic white cardstock. This again also measures 3 by 4. We're going to glue it on the inside. You can write your message to your recipient. You can add some other little fruits inside if you want, maybe other watermelon pieces inside if you like. Okay, so let's just start basic card base. Then what I did is I cut out 2 different arches from the Everyday Arches die set. Mine's smaller, remember, because my dies, I don't have the correct size right now. So this one is in garden green, and then a smaller one is in basic white. So I'm going to stamp kind of towards, actually before I do that, let's go ahead, let's take that piece. This, on this one, measures 1 1/2 by 3. This one's a little bit smaller just because I'm using a little smaller arch. So I'm going to glue this on at the bottom and then on this white arch. That way it will I will know then where to put my sentiment. where to place it. Okay, let me grab my sentiment stamps. All of the sentiments we're using early espresso ink. And I'm using It's Better With You. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, so it's better. Life is better with you. And I'm going to stamp a little bit towards the top, so I leave room for my watermelons. Then remember, I told you to die cut, or not die cut, you can't die cut them, you have to manually cut those little watermelon slices. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hide this one that we don't need. Well, actually, I'm going to pop this one up with dimensionals first, and then we're going to sneak the other one behind it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put that right there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to glue this one flat. And I'm going to sneak it in behind. That way it looks, I may have gone a little bit too high there, but that's all right. All right, so we're going to just sneak that in behind. That way you can't tell. All right. And then we're going to glue this on top. Like I said, you can tell mine's just a little bit smaller. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, and let me see, let me just grab kind of just a base here. This is like your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to lay this here because we don't want this to go above the 5 1/2 inches. That way, ooh, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, that's pretty too. Okay, so I just noticed that. I like that background with the green. Okay, so what we're going to do is this will determine, we don't want it to go above this height because then it won't fit in an envelope. Now we're going to put dimensionals on the lower half. Okay, let's see. And you can have it as high or as low as you want. You just want to make sure you don't go over that 5 1/2 inches. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. And then what I did is I used the white woven ribbon, made a bow. I felt like it was like too washed out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of linen thread and I'm going to put a glue dot down first to help me hold. So I'm going to put a glue dot right there. I'm going to lay my linen thread, just kind of put it in there. Then I'm going to put my bow on top. And that's going to help hold while I tie everything. So I'm going to tie a bow on top of my white bow, just to give it a little more color. And just a little more texture too to my card. And then let's grab the bling. I'm using the Dots for Days. This is all I have left. So I'm just going to add a few of these on right here. Tie in some of the colors, the really pretty colors. And that is card number 1. Okay, so that is our watermelon card. I'm going to set that aside for a moment, and then I'm going to share with you the other card, which is going to be our citrus card. Let me grab my instructions real quick. All right, so like I said, don't worry so much about the measurements. If you're on my email list, it will be in tomorrow's email, and you can grab it then, print it out, and you have everything you need, all right? And I'm going to put this right here. Like I said, I think I told you last week, these measurements are really more for me so that I don't tell you the wrong thing. All right, so y'all ready? Let's do this one. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take, and this one, let me grab, I'm going to take just one at a time so they don't go everywhere. So this is just your basic card base, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored down the middle at 5 1/2 inches. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take, this one is like, has orange, like looks like a slice of an orange. This side is like an orange peel. So this one I'm going to put on the left, and this one measures 2.5 by 5.25 inches. Did I say left? I meant right. It's going to go on the right. The other one goes on the left. All right, so we're going to put this on the right. Then what I did is I took, and this is where manually cutting out those pieces that I told you earlier in the video, this is where it comes in handy, because when you go to cut this piece, if you don't cut those first, you may not have enough left over. So this piece measures 2 by 5.25, and it's going to be the one that goes on the left. Okay, all right. Then what I did is I die cut out with the perennial postage labels dies. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, perennial postage dies. Really great set of layering dies that look like postage stamps. This one roughly measures 3.25 by 4.5. I die cut it out in Daffodil Delight. And then what I did is I took another free Sale-a-Bration item. Let me see, where did I put that? This is the Starstruck embossing folder. And well, you can probably see it better here. It's got some like almost like little daisy prints, but then it's got stars in the middle. So it's a really cute little embossing folder that you can earn free during Sale-a-Bration. And this piece measures, it's in just regular basic white. It measures 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And we're going to glue that right there on top. Put that aside. Okay, and then next what we're going to do is we're going to add just a little bit of color, kind of tie in the yellow because we got orange going on. Let's bring in some yellow. And so this is another piece from the designer series paper. It's the back side of the pear paper, and it measures 2 by 2 7/8. So it's going to go down right here at the bottom of my embossed layer. Oh, big mess. Not good. Let me grab something real quick. I don't want it to get glue on everything. All right, so we have this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add in our sentiment circle and add in our other layers, our little accents from the designer series paper. So let me grab my circle first. Now the circle does measure 2.5 inches in diameter, and it's from the Stylish Shapes die set. That's a great die set, especially if you are new to die cutting. That is like a #1, in my opinion, the #1 die set to buy first. Okay, You Make Me Smile. Okay, that's the one we're going to use. You Make Me Smile. Now, I am getting all my sentiments from the Hugs for Love. I forgot to mention that. They're really cute little set there. Again, we're using early espresso ink. And then we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. And let's just kind of put it right here, a little above center, the midline there. Then we're just going to start stacking the rest of the pieces that we cut out. So from the orange, we have, let's see, we have, remember that funky looking orange, only partial? So we're going to glue that right there. And I'm probably going to need like maybe a little mini dimensional on the other end just to help stabilize it because it's going to go off my circle just a little bit. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to pop up the orange, the full orange with a dimensional. have that go right there. We're going to cover up so nobody will even see that seam or that missing part. And then we have this one, the lemon that we die cut out. It's also going to get popped out with dimensionals or with a dimensional. And I'm going to tuck it in because we got this tiny little orange part right there that I don't want showing. So I'm just going to sneak it in right there, tuck it in. And then lastly, I have two tiny little leaves that I die cut out. And those are just going to get glued flat, tucked behind the lemon. Put that one there. And I'm going to sneak that one right there. Okay. I just realized I don't have my ribbon. Let me grab it. All right. So this is the white woven ribbon. Whew, that's a tongue twister. All right. So I'm going to tie a bow here. We're going to add that on with a mini glue dot. And we're going to put it right here in the corner. And then I'm going to add some of my dots for days. I'm going to embellish this up a little bit. Right to there. And then last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up right here on my card front with some dimensionals. That looks weird. No, I don't use that one. Okay, so we're just going to pop this up right here in the middle. And that is card number 2. All right, so really fun. Have fun pulling out the different fruits from your paper and mix and match them. They don't have to be the citrus ones, but you can mix and match all those fun little prints there in your paper. All right, so the next one was actually, we're going to be making this one. This is card number 3. I'm going to remove this out of the way, make some room so you can be looking at that one. All right, let me change out the instructions. Let's bring in this one. This one's it's not complex at all, really. It's pretty easy card, but it does have more pieces to it. So grab that right there for you. Now this one is a fun fold card, and I just love it. It is so cute. It was actually inspired by a team member, one of my team members, Karen Me Later. Karen, I don't know if you're on here. I haven't been watching all the comments, so she made, oh, there you are, Karen. Okay, so Karen did a team swap. She participated in our February team swap, and this is the card she sent. And so she used the Storybook Moments suite, the paper and the little laser cuts, and she made a really, really cute card. And I was like, Karen, I'm going to case that. I love your card. So this was my version of it using the fruit salad. And you can take, as you can see, any of those papers, mix and match, change out your focal point to a different fruit, and you can get all kinds of fun designs with this paper. All right, so let me share with you how to make it. So we're going to first start off with a card base. And it measures 4 1/4 by 7 1/2. This is Granny Apple Green. And then I just scored, I guess I should have it this way. I scored it 2 inches because it's actually going to be the top. So we have our fold over. This is our card base with a fold over flap. Then the next piece, we're going to put like this little on the inside, just a little mini card on the inside that we can write our sentiment in. And this piece is, again, Granny Apple Green. It measures 3 inches by 8 1/2 inches, scored at 4 1/4 inches right here. Okay, so that's our mini card. Then we have one more piece of Granny Apple Green. And this one measures, I want to say, where is it? The front panel, 2 1/4 by 3.5 right there. So we've got 3 pieces of granny apple green scored. Those 2 are scored, this one's not. So let's start with the back. So what we're going to do for that, as you can see, we're going to put a piece of the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. I will tell you, I didn't like this print. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I love, love, love how it worked with this pineapple because it looks like little green pineapples in the background. I was like, that's perfect. So we're going to put that as our base layer there on our card. Just put that right here on the inside. And then we're just going to start building out. Okay, so then what we're going to do, you know what, before I do that, let's go ahead and put the flap on too. So the flap, this piece measures 4 by 5.25. This one, when you fold over the front flap, it measures, where am I at? 1 3/4 by 4 inches. And we're just going to put that right there. It's the banana. The other side's the bananas if you're looking for it. So let's put that right here on the front. So there is our card base. Then next, let's work with the mini card that's on the inside. So for that, I have a piece of white cardstock, and it is going to measure 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And we're going to glue that right there on the inside. That's where you can write a message to your recipient. Do a little spot there. All right, so we're going to close this, and then on the front, we're going to put a piece of designer series paper. Okay, in the instructions, I call it the carrot print because doesn't it look like carrots? It looks like carrots to me, little baby carrots there that are green. So this piece also measures 2 3/4 by 4, and we're going to glue that right there on the front of our mini card. Okay, then what we're going to do is I did punch out. This is with the Hugs for Love punch. It is on back order, I think, till April. Don't shoot the messenger. So hopefully it will come back in sooner, but I punched out in just basic white cardstock a label, and that's the one that we're going to stamp on. If you don't have this, use a circle. Very easy to swap that out. Okay, so this one is going to be sending you a big hug. Also using Early Espresso ink. I like to keep it simple in one color for all the projects. Stamp right there. This is going to get glued on the front of our mini card. Okay, now we're ready to put our mini card on our card base there. So we're going to turn it over. We're going to add glue to the back side. And we're just going to center it. Okay, now we're going to do the front panel. Now the front panel is the one with our pineapple. So we have our single piece of granny apple green. Then we have a white piece. This measures 2 by 3 1/4 inches. Then we have our pineapple, which is the focal point. So let's just glue that right there on the front. And then I'm going to pop up. I'm going to pop up the pineapple with dimensionals. Add it right here on the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where we want to place this. Now, the main goal is you want to make sure and you cover that sentiment right there. So I'm just going to place it right here, get a feel for where I want to put it, and then try to figure out where I want to put my glue. So it's probably the top third that I'm going to add glue to. So I'm going to flip it over, add glue to the top third. Then I'm going to bring it back, and I'm going to glue it onto the front. And there we go. We got our different flaps there for our fun fold. Then we're just going to embellish it up. Again, I'm going to make another bow with my ribbon. put that on with a mini glue dot. And let's just put that right there in the corner, and then we'll bling it up again. Use a different color from our Dots for Days. Put that right there. And that is our third card. I just love that. That is such a cute, fun fall to do. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one up, and we have one more project to do, and that is gonna be our basket. The basket is so easy. I was initially concerned that it may be difficult, but it's not at all. Okay, so there is the instructions for our last basket. So these are wooden, those thin little wooden kind of chipboard baskets. And I got these from Amazon. They come as a 10-pack. Cannot tell you what the price was. I think in the tutorial there is a link. When you click on the digital version, you'll be able to get the link for the baskets. So I was really concerned thinking, oh, I'm going to have to cut at angles, and I'm not a fan of cutting at angles. But they're all rectangular. I love it. So it's really easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 pieces of the Designer Series paper. Let me show you my sample. And it's big. You can put all kinds of stuff in there. I would put something different. This is just something I had to give you an idea of how large it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate. We're going to alternate our Designer Series paper because, one, we want to conserve it. Otherwise, we would have used the entire one sheet. Now, in your project kit that you can earn free from me, you're only getting 1 sheet of each pattern. So we really want to use the patterns conservatively. And so that's why I alternated the patterns. Plus, too, it just gives a nice backdrop to have a solid, kind of a solid color for our accent pieces. So that's what it looks like finished. So what we're going to do is you're just going to determine what's the front. And these, you have 4 pieces of Designer Series paper, and they each measure 2 by 3 inches. So we're just going to go around and we're going to glue them onto each panel. And again, you could swap out, use the different patterns in the fruit salad paper. It doesn't have to be the apple pattern. You could use the banana, you could use the pineapple, kiwi, pomegranate. There's all kinds, oranges, lemons, strawberries, all kinds of different patterns there. All right, so now that I have that done for all 4 of the sides, now we're going to just do the front, decorate the, actually, no, don't want to do that just yet. We got to do the band. So around the brim of the basket, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 pieces of real red cardstock, and they each measure 3/8 of an inch by 8.5. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a bone folder, and I want to gently curl it so that it doesn't get any streaks or like bends, hard bends in the paper when I'm gluing it around the brim here. Now what I'm going to do is, because I know that I'm going to be covering it with a bow on the front, I'm going to start in the front. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to add glue, and I'm going to go till it goes to the back. Let's start here. And let's start. Now it is going to take a second. I'm going to have to hold it because it is wood. It takes a second to grab that paper. All right, so it goes a little bit beyond. So I'm just going to snip off what I don't need there. All right, as you can guess, I'm going to finish up, and I'm going to do the same thing around the other side. Now, if you want, you could also use tear and tape for this. That would probably hold a little bit better. Let's go ahead. We'll do this. We'll start here. I just had my glue handy right by me. I think tear and tape would be way better for this. That's okay. It'll work. Okay, again, I'm going to need to trim some off. That's a little more than I need. So I'm going to reach in here Trim that out. All right, so now that we have our basket all decorated, all done up with the paper and the designer series paper, now we're gonna go and we're gonna decorate everything up. So to do that, I did die cut out a label with the Hugs for Love label punch and in real red cardstock. And then I'm gonna stamp a sentiment, and this one's gonna say lots of hugs and kisses, again from that Hugs for Love stamp set. And I am stamping on a circle that measures 1 3/4 inch. And it's in basic white. Actually, it's just regular basic white. I'm going to glue this on. Now, on the pineapple card, if you remember, I had the points going up and down. This time I'm going to rotate it so that it fits right here, and I'm going to have it go horizontally. So I don't want it to be on that side. I want it on the green side. So I'm going to glue my sentiment circle onto my label here. Again, I'm just going to reposition it and have it run horizontally this time. Pop it up with some dimensionals. Right here on the front. Oh, I didn't put that on the front. Darn. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, guys. So I started here, and actually that was my side. It should have been here. Oh, well, live and learn from me. Sorry about that. I just realized, I was like, oh no. So anyway, have your red band start in the front. If it's on the side, it's fine too. You can maybe add a cute little accent to cover it up. Okay, so for the back, we're going to add our 2 apples, and they're both going to be popped up with dimensionals. Again, we've got our partially eaten apple, so we're going to cover it up. We're going to pop it up with a dimensional. And we're going to have it go one way, one angle. Then we're going to take the red one, and we're going to have it go the other way and cover up that partially eaten part of it. All right, so that is almost one more last thing. Hold on. Okay, again, I have another white bow. This time, if you remember on the watermelon card, I added the linen trim. I've already done that for this one. That one I did have ready ahead of time. And so we're just going to add that right there on the front. And that is our cute little basket. So these are the 4 projects that you will be able to make with the fruit salad project kit, the class to go. You can earn this kit for free with a minimum of a $50 order. And I'll provide that host code for you in case you missed it. And then I'm going to check your comments, see if I missed anything. So that is the host code. Like I said, you'll also will get the basket. You'll get one sheet of each of the patterns from the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. And you'll get 2 yards of the white ribbon, and you'll get like 1 yard of the linen thread, and then you'll get like 1 strip each of the colors from the Dots for Days embellishment pack. All right, guys. So I will see. I'm going to check your comments real quick. And again, the link with the host code is in the description to be able to shop. And you can go check out that really cool magnetic 12 by 12 board. That's like a really awesome add-on for 10 bucks. Okay. All right, guys. The project sheet for today will go out in tomorrow's email at 3 o'clock Central Time. That is what I have to share with you today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to see, if you already have the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, I would love to see your projects with it. A lot of fun, cheery prints to work with. And next Friday, I will be back with you at 3 o'clock Central Time. I'll probably do something with the Storybook Friends. Maybe something with that paper. All right, guys, we will see you next Friday. Y'all take care. Bye, guys.